What happens when a 1970s late night talk show host makes a deal with the devil for higher ratings?
Some really messed up shit.
Find out next on Trees in Space. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trees in Space, the show where we watch and review movies in all genres, and we tell you what the fans thought, what the critics thought, and we tell you what we thought. Was it worth the forest or just a stump to sit on? This week, in case you missed the thumbnail, we watched the 2023 horror mystery thriller, Late Night with the Devil. I'm Jason, and that is Nate. And tell me something, Nate.
Yes.
Do you watch late night shows? Were you a big late night show watcher?
You know, when I was a kid, I loved them. Now, as a grown up, like as an adult, I ain't got time to be awake that long for whatever's going on. I'm sure I would love them, and then during the daytime, I forget they exist. So I forgot that they were a thing really until this movie.
Do they even do like I know like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy whatever and all these people? Do they still have guests on there and interview them? Because all I ever see is their monologues.
Yeah,
all I ever see with them. Yeah.
Actually, that's where I see most of my late night stuff is on the little cellular device here.
Okay, same here. So, well, let's talk about this movie. Apparently, Jack Delroy hosts a failing talk show, and desperate to turn his fortunes around on October 31st, 1977, he plans a Halloween special like no other. Unaware, he is about to unleash evil in the living rooms, into the living rooms of Americans in America. I think this is supposed to come off when Jack Parr did his Halloween Devil seance thing in like '69, and it went off air in the middle of it, and cops came over, and like 2 people were dead.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that never happened. But
I was like, damn, that's some crazy shit. If it did,
I will say that I really appreciated the late night talk show aesthetic. I like the way the film looked.
It looked very like period.
Yeah, I did not like the beginning. I did not like the near cancer wife and the continued narration that they fit. I like the idea that cancer's wife, but they didn't have to narrate the 2 minutes. They could have thrown that into the movie with backflashes as the movie went.
So you're saying that you thought they should have did more callbacks? Well,
go ahead.
I guess the effect of it is this was a lost tape.
Oh yeah, I guess it's like a found footage
thing. You're right. So that's why it had like it went to black and white for some weird reason. I didn't understand that perspective of like it's color on the tape, but the world is black and white.
I didn't get that either. And see, I'm just gonna go all over the place here. Okay, the end of the movie. We'll talk about the end, I guess. But after all hell breaks loose, and it's just him, and then he has a lot of flashbacks, a lot of weird things happen in his brain. That's not found footage. That's not video footage to be seen. That's created in his nightmare or whatever. So if they can do that at the end, they could have done that through the whole movie. Like where he's kneeling down and he drinks the whatever in front of the...
Right.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't found footage.
I think it was.
Okay, when his wife is telling him to stab her so she can't be,
right.
That was found footage?
It was in color. Look, that was the best part. I guess that was the best worst part of this movie to me was I knew if it was found footage, it's in color. If it's not if it was like filled in perspective of like stories of what had happened, and that's why it's in black and white, then
I didn't even notice that part.
Which part?
I mean, I saw parts in black and white, but I never associated that with not the found footage part. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because they would cut the commercial break, so it's showing like probably stuff that wasn't part of it, but they filled them
Right.
in for the 2 minutes to build in the narrative of the movie.
What happened between the breaks that no one else
Yeah.
saw?
Exactly.
Okay. I thought they built it up very well. I thought the demon female, whatever her name was,
Lily.
yeah, I thought they did that very well, but I really enjoyed the septic tank, the skeptic,
Yes.
and then him doing his thing.
Oh my God, that was nutty.
I was like, he just said, "Hey, it's bullshit, and I'm going to prove it to you," and he did. And then,
badassedly, he did.
yes, and then he didn't.
Right? All lies.
Oh.
And then when Lily, she was like, "Well, then let's check the tape." Like straight up, come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
I didn't think it was going on because when he said, "Check the tape for him," and then everybody's like, "I don't remember this like that. I don't remember it like this." But the tape doesn't lie.
Exactly.
And then when they showed her tape, he's like, "Wait, that makes no sense." It's like tape doesn't lie. I thought, the first dude,
Yes.
Crisco.
Crisco. Yes, the Arabian dude.
Did he lose his accent halfway through that when he had his brain was really hurting? He was trying to get he was getting a message from Mimi or Minnie. That's what he got. He lost his accent.
I didn't even notice.
Almost like it was like he was putting on an act, and then
Right.
when he really was in pain, he lost the act. But then when he wasn't in pain, he it was a really good touch. If that's what happened.
I thought it was just very well acted in general. I thought, the implanted person, which was like, oh, that's a twist. And then you didn't catch that in the black and white part?
The implanted person.
Yeah. So the first person, he was like, oh, yeah, my dog, was kind of cracking jokes back at him when the movie started, or not in the start, but when he first started reading people.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. There was a. So you think the females were implanted, or the guy cracking the jokes was the implant?
The jokester was the implant.
Okay. Yes, the planted
And
guy.
then the other ones got questions or whatever, and then he was able to pinpoint to those two.
Right. Like they usually do with that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job of that too. I thought. I don't know. I just thought it was different for a horror movie or a devil movie.
It was a late night talk show. It honestly, it had it to me. Did you watch the Beatles lost footage or whatever on Netflix?
I have not. I've been meaning to watch it. My LP told me it was really good.
I watched like half of it. It's
Must not have been that good.
It's just really long. But the film, like, it was like that to me. It felt like a documentary type of feel, more than like a theatrical release. I guess that makes sense.
And I think they did a really good job when it came to the timing of it, because they started, and it's supposed to be an hour show, and the movie is just right. They had a little beginning, a little end to fit in the time, so that they did the whole hour. And the introduction, they were supposed to have that one lady sing. They said, no, we'll have to have her back because we got to let this finish out.
Right.
What do you think there was a relationship between the psychologist lady and the talk show host?
Oh, absolutely. They were fucking.
Yeah. Well, the devil said they were fucking.
Yeah.
And they got really close in one of those little side conversations.
Yeah, I think they were bumping noggies.
You think they were bumping noggies? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to understand that he sacrificed his wife to become famous, or for his show to do well? Is that what we're supposed to understand?
Apparently, he sacrificed something of significant value, and he didn't realize that significant value would have been his wife. So that's what happened in the oak forest.
Yeah, which is a real thing. That's the wrong name of it. It's called something else, but there is a place where very famous, very rich politicians, people of means get together in a grove type place with robes and do a lot of weird things. They say they're just having fun, just growing up, just letting off a little steam, but no one's allowed to be in there. And you can get videos from like way out. It's people on the outside, taking videos of it. It's as close as they can get. They see fires and people walking around in robes and all satanic stuff. Like
At first, I was like, "Are you sure you're not just looking out your backyard and just seeing some shit going on?" I know you're in the sticks of Florida and whatnot.
I was very confused by the backstage guy. I'm not trying to be racist here, but I don't know his name. He's the only black person in the movie.
Yeah,
he was running everything, behind the scenes, and he's on the phone. Goes, I don't see what you're seeing, in I'm not hearing or seeing on the screen what you're seeing. Whatever it is, it's not being shown here. They kept, as the camera goes by him, he kept saying that to somebody, like not at the very beginning, but like 3 other different breaks. He says that.
Yeah.
They never really addressed that, I don't think, or maybe they weren't supposed to, because that makes it more real,
Right.
Like people are seeing something. Did you like the CGI? But yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I like the CGI.
The one dude vomiting was CGI, and of course.
I thought it was all perfect. I had honestly, I had no real issue with any part of the movie. I thought it was really well done.
Hey, spoiler alerts. Speed past this in 3, 2, 1. When her head splits up and the demon whatever comes out, I was like, what the?
Yeah, that caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
And then what was really cool is how it went to Alfred Hitchcock style.
Yes.
It was like, this isn't happening. This hey, turn off your TVs. This is not it was just, and then he sees his wife at the end, wow.
They did a nice change.
Oh my God. It was like a fireworks display. It was like cool, pew, pew, pew,
pew, pew,
pew, pew, pew, pew, and then it was like.
Well, let's go and figure out what the people said, shall we?
Let's do it.
A brand new Logic C. A truly unique presentation of film. The recorded show versus behind the scenes POV has a powerful effect in the grounding of the viewer in the world of the movie. The actors in this had a strong performance. They made the movie feel very real. The movie was almost perfect besides the weird ending.
Yeah. John T says, my wife and I suffered through this based upon the high rating reflected on Rotten Tomatoes. It was brutally bad. The acting was fine, even good, but the story and production rate at the bottom of the movie I've never seen. Ever seen. It's a horror for sure. Horrible.
The production, it's supposed to look like a 1970s film.
Right.
I think they did the production great.
Found footage.
This guy hated it so much, but he said the acting was fine, so that must mean it was pretty damn good acting.
Should have gotten at least 2-3 stars.
Okay, Sebastian A gripping masterpiece. Seamlessly blends suspense and horror. Not horrible, but horror. With captivating performances and a chilling narrative. This film will leave you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. I mean, I can imagine seeing this in a theater. I mean, this movie needs to be seen in the theater.
I think it'd be great to see it in theater.
Yeah.
Ryan M. Such a smart premise with no payoff. Please, please, please do not waste your money on this. Very poor overall payoff. Absolutely not worth the money. Wait until cable. Even then, wait until a rainy night with nothing else on and nothing else to do. I mean, anything else to do. Read a book, wash your car, clean your toilet. Seriously, don't waste your time like I did.
His wife broke up with him in this theater. I mean, that's just wow. We were just talking off air how like I've never seen a movie that was on the background that was so bad I got up to turn. He thinks this movie's that movie.
Yeah.
The what the F? Wow, that's funny. From Leonard Nimoy's Dad Fetish.
Full disclosure, I read this like yesterday or today, and I was laughing so freaking hysterically.
But there weren't enough, actually none actually, bare breast,
not a
blood.
One. Nope.
And implied
zero.
To really sell a late 1970s talk show or occult horror setting.
Not wrong.
Stop, but how many 1970 talk show horror cult settings have you seen?
Yeah.
But anyhow, so Rotten Tomatoes, the critics that are brilliant sometimes give this, I think, if not the highest, it's tied with the highest score we ever got on Rotten Tomatoes for a movie. It's 97%. That's almost everyone agreeing of the critics loving this movie. And the audience rating, which is you and I, puts this squarely in the top tier, not the highest we've had, at 81%.
I think those are all very fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in here with obviously I would not have made it 97 or 81 probably. I think it's a very solid movie. I appreciate it more than I thought I would. At the first of it, I was like, but acting was great, cinematography was great. It was a great movie. It was solid. I'm gonna give this. I'm giving this 2 trees, 1 stump.
I agree. This movie definitely. I thought it was a very wonderful film. I'd highly recommend it to my surgeon for sure. I would give this movie 3 trees.
Excellent. Well, that is what Nate thinks. He thinks it's almost worthy of a full forest, not just a little underappreciative than that. But thank you for coming and watching. Please give us a like. Thank you. Don't give us a thank you. Give us a like, a comment, subscribe. Feed the algorithm monster. It lets this system know that it needs to push these videos off. Otherwise, we're just gonna mower down. So thank you. See you next. What was that?
I said we're just gonna be floating here in space.
Yep. So see you next Monday, 7:00 in the morning. We'll have a new release. I'll be here. Nate with that beautiful beard of his will be here. And see you then.